Come. Where are the young adults? Why is this program being held? Where are the young, successful young adults? Professionals, business people. If only retired people and people who don't succeed so well go and stand in front of Hinduism and talk like this, how can we inspire the youngsters? We want successful people, scientists, engineers, doctors, lawyers, business people. People like pretty successful, you think he's got nothing else to do. He runs a big business empire, he's growing. But the gift time. Brother, I want to give my time. But when I retire, I am very busy. I asked him, show me a certificate. So what certificate? What certificate show me that you'll be here in 5 years' time? What guarantee you got in 5 years? You think all the guys in the mortuary today thought they were going to be there in the mortuary today? Time is now. My time is now. Oh, when I retire, get about this. Ask yourself, if there is a God, if you believe there is a God and you want to serve this God, what time God will appreciate? When you're already retired, nothing else to do, sitting at the house, sitting at home, drinking coffee in the morning, after reading newspapers, Sun and Star, telling, darling, today very boring, what to do today? The Hindu Sangam is organizing a charity program. Oh yes, can we go for that thing? Time to go for that one. No, we'll go. No, so much time to spare, then you want to go. But imagine now you're a young executive. You're a doctor, lawyer, engineer, businessman, you got no time, no time. But you take the time, because I want to dedicate this time to God. You take the time and give God. Which time the God will appreciate it? If you believe there's a God, that is the time. That is sacrifice. This is the kind of Hindus we want. You make this challenge, this Hindu, the Millenium Hindus, okay? No more the pathetic crying and saying, yeah, help me, help me. The Bhagavad Gita, what it says, by yourself, pull yourself up. For you are your own best friend. You are your own worst enemy. We know this. Dear brothers and sisters, let me tell you one glimpse. What we should tell our children. See, our children, they're all coming up, Today, only what is the thing that attracts them today? Television. Today, the globalization impact is now moving. TV is coming, VCR is coming, your internet is coming. Everything is pounding in them. The Alvin Toffler, who wrote the book called Future Shock. This syndrome is not only for us, for everybody. Chinese are facing this challenge. Malays are facing this challenge. The future shock syndrome. For the future is rushing into our lives at a faster pace than any other time in human civilization. Today, whatever happens in America, bump into your TV. Your kids know about it. Before the American neighbor knows, your kids know. The future is changing the lives, slamming into your house. Look at your families. Would you allow your friend or a stranger to come to your house and make love on your settee or kiss and make love? What Jega, you're talking nonsense. Yes, it's happening every day. Your kids are watching, the TV. They're kissing, mooching. Do you know? I tell you what, right now. 15 years ago, how old were the people who were kissing on television? American TV. How old? Cary Grant, Stuart Granger, Rock Hudson, 30, 40 years old. Today, have you seen TV? How old the kids are kissing on TV? How old? Do you know how old? 12, 13, 14 years old, you're kissing on TV. Your son, your daughter is watching, or your son is watching, he's 20 years old already. My, 12, 13 years already doing it, huh? I'm 20 years old, I haven't had a chance. Now this fellow, all he wants to do is try, He doesn't care which girl he gets. Greatest number of paraquat drinkers in the country, who? Who? Indians. Why? Because Indian girls love the taste of paraquat. Because of this. I ask you a question, dear devotees. Imagine our religion. What's wrong with our religion? I will tell you what's wrong. This religion that has withstood this test of time, 5000 BC till now. But today, the graveyard of Hinduism is dug in the home of Hinduism. For example, if there are 4 religious processions in the streets today, 4, okay? Christian procession, Buddhist procession, Muslim procession, and Hindu procession. In which religious procession you think youngsters will be there whistling and dancing disco? In the the Christian procession? Hello?
No.
Buddhist procession?
No.
Muslim procession?
No.
Hindu procession? Yes. Why? Why? No, you think the Hindus haven't got the kind of courage and the love for their religion? But no one is guiding them. For them, it's a religion of superstition. Come on, no. We do. Anything goes. Who are the leaders? Who are the leaders standing in front of them? Come, follow me. I see this in front of you. Today, actually, I raised my hands in prayer. Also, many of you have come. This, can you imagine, we dad put this session for only business professionals, business executive professionals. Why? This is the generation. It depends upon you. The future of Hinduism doesn't depend upon people like you or myself. Tomorrow I'm dead. The space I'm leaving tomorrow, I may die faster. First be in a plane, goes to heaven. When I'm singing a bhajan. Actually, I could go when I'm singing a bhajan. Then when I say straightly moksha. But we need people, 25, 30, 35, 40, come forward. Because in you lies the future of Hinduism. That is science. Simple science of Hinduism. So let's show you some elements of it. I just show you glimpses, just glimpses to understand the greatness of what you have. I tell you once, one doctor, an Indian doctor, telephones me in my house. I'll tell you why I launched this program of track. Why I began to commit myself so strongly to the religion. I'll tell you why. You must understand this heart I'm talking about. Why? Firstly, because I never understood my religion again. Until 32, I wanted to answer questions. And that moved me away from my religion. Then what happened? Once one incident happened, devotees. There's a wedding ceremony. I attended a Hindu wedding ceremony of one Sai brother of mine. This boy, they met the local girl, the daughter. The boy is from engineer from UK. He's come for the wedding. Now I go for the wedding dressed in my finery, real wedding jippa, nice law, next day. This fellow comes to the wedding, into the manam, coming into the hall with the big, Nadasuma playing. He has the button open like this, Mabla, engineer, button open like this. And his talapa, with a bit, like cowboy's hat. Then he sits on the manavara, he sits on the paradise and he's watching this yatna going on, homam going on. Now this guy knows that so many people are watching him, He doesn't care. You know what he's doing? I mean, he's showing undisguised contempt for what's going on. For him, it's a pagan ceremony he has to go through because he wants to marry this girl. He'd have preferred to go and sign the register and go home, and have the honeymoon. Instead of making Suran already. Then some friends of his are sitting by the side. He looks at me. I was very angry, I wanted to go up to him and tell him, if you don't respect your own wedding, I would have come in my t-shirt. I would have done it actually. But then I paused. I cannot blame the youngster. Because the one finger I point at him saying, why are you not respecting your religion? 3 fingers pointing at me, Because we adults have failed. Abdicate our responsibility to make these youngsters understand the power of the ceremony going on there. What is the inner significance of it? If they understand the inner significance, my God, they will love what's going on. I tell you, when I got married, that time I was an atheist. But somebody explained to me this Ammi story. You know this Ammi? You know the grinding stone? Now, okay, the North Indians don't have grinding stone, right? Yeah. Grinding stone, okay, see, everybody uses grinding stone. Now, the modern fellow will say, look, Amma, why grinding stone? We can use a summit mixer. Function same, we use summit mixer, we can use it. Why fortunately, when I got married, I was thinking the joke, this whole ceremony anyway. But somebody explained to me the significance of this Ammi. I'll tell you, and this for me, in the entire wedding, I know what's going on. The priest is doing his thing. But this particular part, when I went down on my knees and touched my wife's foot, my late wife's foot, and put it on the Ammi, for me was the most significant part of the ceremony. You know what the meaning of this is? The husband, in Hindu tradition, the wife does Parnamaskam husband. Husband has to touch the wife's foot. But on that day, in front of the public,